Hello guys and welcome back to another video, and today we have this gorgeous S&DJR 7F to look at. So I picked this up about a week ago now, but obviously I've had a few other things to do before reviewing it, including do the layout for the winter, so you'll see that in a second, if you haven't already. But basically, I've wanted a 7F like all of my life, and I've always wanted S&DJR liveried 89 as well. Obviously I want 88, the blue one, but that's too rare. So I decided to see if I can find one, and I couldn't because they all sold online. Until I went to a model show local to me and stumbled across this on the stand, and they only had one. They had this one, 89 in S&DJR livery, which is exactly what I wanted, and it was up for a good price, so I decided to pick it up. And it is the last logo I'll get this year, apart from the Christmas present, so there's no more to come before the Christmas present logo, because I can't keep spending so much money on logos. Anyway, this is a stunning locomotive though. As you can see, it's a pre-grouping 280 in a pre-grouping livery as well, in the S&DJR Black, and it's 89, so it's a preserved one of the two, 88 and 89, or 53808 and 53809 are their BR numbers. And we're just going to take a quick look at it then. So we will have a look at the detail in a second, but first we will just have a dead quick look at the box. So standard Bachmann box then, and basically there's not really a lot to say or do about it. By the way, the price of 14795 was not how much I got it for, because it was a 20% off offer, so it was a lot less. So that is the back of the box, so you can read all of the history of the S&DJR and the 7F. And we'll have a look quickly into the actual box itself. So you've got a block of ice packaging as usual, which the logo goes into. We have the gump, which is the instruction manual. You have the exploded diagram. That's the ownership details, don't really need that. So you have the exploded diagram there, tells you all the parts that we have for it. And then on the back, it's just all the mechanical stuff that you need to know about for it. So pop that back in. There is a detail bag, some little bits in it, so you can see we've got I think a speaker housing, some couplings and some cylinder drain cocks and some other little crap, some vacuum pipes and stuff, which we don't need because they won't be going on the logo anyway, because I never stick them on because they always get stuck in points and stuff sometimes. So I have officially not been able to put a box back together. Right, back to the logo. So we'll start from the front, and basically we do have obviously the metal sprung buffers, which we always get on Bachmann logos. It's a die-cast chassis, quite heavy. Well, I don't want to say quite heavy, I mean very heavy. It's quite a compact loco, so it's not that big, but it's also not that small. But it's a 280, so it's very powerful. And I think stunning. I think it looks fantastic. Even just in the plain black, it looks superb. Just because of the shape, really, and this little sort of bit here in the running plate. How cool is that where the cylinders are? It's just massive. Sort of kink in it. Just looks fantastic. It makes it look really muscular. You can tell it's a freight loco. So we have separate fitted lamp irons as well. And then you've got the S&DJR printed beautifully in the sort of golden blue on the front buffer beam. Then you have handrails and nice moulded detail on the front. You've got 89 printed nicely onto the smoke box door. More handrails across the whole length of the locomotive, all metal as well. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. And then there's no underframe detail per se, but there is a little bit of moulded detail you can see slightly going underneath it here, which obviously does look quite good. More moulded detail here, and some here. Stop going out the focus camera, naughty thing. But yeah, then you've got some sort of riveting detail across the side. You've got all of this moulded detail, and you've got the whistles, metal and separately fitted, very nicely. The coupling rod just looks superb. Look at that. When that goes round, it looks so cool. Then you've got on the cab 89 printed into the gold and blue sort of colour again, which looks superb. More handrails here. You have glazing on the windows, and you've got the gold sort of. I'm trying to focus on that Flying Scotsman static model in the background. Got the gold around the sort of edges of the windows. You've got the sort of little vent as well, which doesn't open, but it does look very good on the top. Stop focusing on the thing on the flipping music player thing. Stupid thing. And then we're going to the tender. We have S&DJR printed nicely on there, which looks fantastic. Lots of axle and underframe detailing for the tender. And we have some detailing inside the tender, so you've got separately fitted sort of things that they need. And coal and more. The coal is printed very nicely. It's like really glossy Bachmann coal, but looks fantastic. More moulded detail everywhere. More handrails. Then you've got a pre-fitted vacuum pipe on the back. You've got sprung buffers, as you would expect. And the cab for the loco is just unbelievable. It's insanely good. You've got the wooden floor effect, you've got the cream paint, and then you've got all of the gauges picked out and all of the pipe work all painted into gold. It looks absolutely wonderful. You can't actually see the little top ones. There you go. You can just about see the top gauges. It looks so good in there. There is a tender thingy plate. There's a tender plate there to sort of connect the two sort of close together, but I can't put it up because it's like permanently attached to the tender now. So I can't really do out with it, but it does move. Loads more detailing. We've got loads of everything here as well. It's just unbelievable. This side is slightly different because it's a pipe that runs down here as well as the handrail. So you've got handrail on this side and then mainly just a pipe across here. But you do have a little bit of handrail on the front there, and then you've got loads of moulded detail across the running plate, and then you've got a little bit of sort of valve gear on the top there, which is metal, which looks really good, which there isn't any of on this side, I don't think. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be, but probably, who knows. Yeah, it might well supposed to be some there, but there isn't any basically. No, but there's no, oh yeah, there is a little gap for it, but it's only static anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it looks fantastic. Oh, there's a little, like, I think that's a little safety valve or something there. Or maybe that's the whistle and then they're the safety valves. God knows. But it's really tiny. I don't know how they make that so small. Well, very, very, very well detailed locomotive. We're just trying to do a quick run through. But yeah, we'll get this onto the track and see how it runs. And there is the 7F on the layout on this fine day. And it's obviously got the Christmas layout. Woo! You can just see the green poking through because we put paper under it so that snow doesn't wreck the grass sort of effect. But it looks good. Anyway, we will see how the 7F runs now. So we give it some juice. And that's supposed to be. There's a lot of algae for it to move around. And very nicely there. Yeah, it's nice and smooth. And we just need to hook it up with a load. So I will do that now. We'll probably just put some coaches behind it. Just because it's easier. And then I will find another loco for it to run with. I've just stuck the Pullmans on because it's easier, but also it looks fantastic with some Pullmans. I'm treating it well. You will see this in action with freight trains very soon and on the Instagram and stuff, and I'll be doing that a little bit more very soon, but it's just easier for the video and nicer to see some coaches. And running with it is the S&DJR 3F Ginty. Now, obviously, the Ginty was not built during the S&DJR sort of time period because it was built after pre-grouping mainly, I think. But this is just a sort of fake livery, but it looks fantastic. It's Prussian blue. It might not look that blue. Oh no, it does actually a little bit now compared to black. But it is. It's S&DJR Prussian blue. and it's number 24. I believe Bachmann do number 23 of the Ginty. This is a Hornby one, so I'll be eventually getting 23 to match 24, just because it'll be cool. But that's got a pair of nice LMS coaches, so, because obviously, technically LMS, it's very bright in here with this flipping sun, it's a nightmare. Stop, sun, I'll have to stand here. So we will watch the Ginty go first. No pressure, Ginty. There we go. And now for the 7F. It'll still be going at freight speed, because it's not geared very highly anyway, which is a good thing. Oh dear. Come on. Here it comes. It was the trap was playing up, so. I apologise about the sun. He's stupid. Oh, you get a good view of that cab detail then there. It's because the white it bounces off, which is a bit annoying. And the Ginty's going a million. Slow you down a little bit, Ginty, because you're doing a little bit too fast. Look how lovely and smooth this is. It's really nice and slow as well though, so it proves it's going to be good at freight speed. It's running okay, I'm happy with that. And there's the Ginty, lovely S&DJR livery though. I do like it. I think it's a railway I'd love to see more locos in the livery of, more 7F. I want a new release Push and Blue 7F, that's all I'm saying, and I would pay that modern prices for it. Look how beautifully smooth that is, even with coaches. And that 3F Ginty's not that smooth, but it's a Hornby Railroad one, so it's not too bad. It does look good in the snow, I will say. Underneath the Christmas tree. I normally have that a little bit closer to the railway, don't I? So they brush it slightly, don't they? But I think the tree's a little bit bent this year. A little bit wonky. There you go. See if we can get a good shot of it coming down the main straight. There's the Ginty coming, and there's the 7F. And there's a Ginty. Lovely doggy. First train's on the actual layout properly since I've put the winter scene on it. So I will be doing a review of these gorgeous Southern coaches very soon. I'm sort of going for one video a week at the minute, I think. Maybe a little bit more than a week, but for some of the videos. But so the 7F review will go out, then that. I'm not sure what will come, if there's anything before that or not. I'm not sure yet how the videos are going to work, but I'll be doing something with it at some point anyway, it doesn't matter when. But the review of their coaches will happen before the end of the year, which isn't long off, to be fair. It's quite scary, come to think of it, but comes 7F. There's the Ginty. The Ginty's doing a million. That's very bright from the sun. I do apologise about that. Might need sunglasses on for this video. So that is the Ginty. It's a very nice little locomotive. I have done a review on that from last year, I think, when it's up. Was it the year before? I can't remember. It was a while ago. It was last year, but I can't remember when last year. And finally, the 7F. Let's stop it. Lovely. There you go. So that was a little quick unboxing and review of the S&DJR 7F. from Bachmann. Great logo, and I'm super happy to finally have a 7F in the collection, and one that I've wanted for a while. It's quite a rare logo as well in this livery. For a normal release logo, it's not like a special edition or anything. It's quite difficult to get hold of, but it's a great little thing, and I'm super pleased to finally have one in the collection. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you for the next video very soon. And there'll be one more review before the end of the year, which is obviously the Christmas logo that I'm getting. The logo at Christmas. It's not actually Christmas themed, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so there'll be one more review before the end of the year, plus a couple of running sessions, and the review of the Southern coaches, the sort of 6-wheeled ones. So yeah, that's all to come. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon for some more videos. Goodbye.